Hi, hello. This video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be talking more about game strats and game sense and situations. So we have a Wu Chang on Moonlit. Wu Chang has been very popular in the low ranks. Also, if you're a mechanic playing, make sure you put your doll down when you spawn, because the possibility of having a doll out while you're down is way better than the possibility of you dying and not having anything down and you're just useless to your team. See, the mistake I made there was I went back to the pallet instead of going straight. If I had just stayed straight, I wouldn't have gotten hit by his long range. Second mistake I did was I didn't get to where I wanted to go, if that makes sense. I wanted to go to the right more, where those two pallets were, so the bridge cipher, if the bridge cipher were to spawn. I managed to doll block, but hunters will usually leave a mechanic after they hit both their dolls, because the mechanic is kind of useless. But he stayed on me, which is good for the team. Third mistake, I didn't throw down the pallet. Again, I managed to, I don't know how I went past that one. I should have died here, but I was lucky enough and I didn't. Don't panic throw down pallets, because hunters will swing and they'll just randomly hit. And there's no way I could dodge that one. 2 ciphers down. It wasn't a bad kite. It wasn't my best, but it wasn't bad. And I also suck at Moonlit, so big maps are probably the hardest, especially because I'm a mech tied, so I didn't have broken windows. And here comes Merc with the save. Don't expect your mercenary to be as good as this mercenary, because this one was former top mercenary. So he'll usually pull off the stupidest things, or he'll just get so lucky. Like in this one, he gets lucky. He just stands there and the hunter doesn't hit him. Like, how more lucky can you be? And here, it's important to watch for if they actually go to their umbrella. It's another thing too. This Wu was smart. And look, luck is gonna be on my side again, because he decided to long range attack instead of short range. And it's in their breath, like the way they breathe. Like, you can tell once you play a while. You can tell the difference between the short range and the long range. It's like a deeper sigh. I'm gonna do the same mistake I did in the other one. I don't know where Oh, okay. I guess I'm still alive. I didn't mean to lead him to prisoner, but... And see, I was going to relocate there, but I had to come back. And yeah, there's the mistake I made again. I went back to the pallet. If I just went the other way, the shot would have missed. But we're down to 1 cipher, which is good. We're in a really good situation right now. It's an ideal situation for a ranked match, except for the fact that prisoner got hit. And the prisoner actually apologized after this, because he didn't mean to pop the cipher, but he did. And there's nothing much you can do here. I'm gonna die to detention. There's no pallets, and the vault was too far. Yeah, but we still managed to get a win. Acrobat got hatched after the Wu teleported. Yeah, to see I'm not lying, look, it's gonna say victory. Boom. Here we have the second game on Red Church. I should also mention that I am in a voice call with Miasma, the first officer. And I didn't do it here, but you should always ping to the other players where the dungeon is so they don't die there. And see, I put my doll down right away also, if you go back. And you know, Miasma isn't that great at kiting, but it's okay. He's a little special. It's okay. He's known for his merc, not his first officer. We'll put it that way. And right now I'm just decoding, so that's why I'm on him, because it's boring decoding. Good job, Miasma. Keep going. Messes up. Nice. Yeah, he should have done the palette. But he's not that great. Well, he's rusty, I should say. Sorry, Miasma, I didn't mean to insult you. In this situation, I let him go past half because he died pretty early. I don't even think a single cipher was done, and she already stopped the cipher rush, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, it does. So here I go. I go before half, a little before half, so that I can make it there. And I don't understand this geisha. She didn't hit me. She just went back. I think she thought Seer might have been going, but... And Seer did go. But I don't know, she didn't hit anyone. It's just confusing. And here Seer actually gets hit by the drop. So I save a tie, and I take the hit. Or I managed to. And this is where you can tell the game, the tier difference, the game tier difference. Because she loses the first officer and chose for me. Yeah. So she lost track very easily. Now we're just gonna get chaired. Regular chaired. First officer managed to get away. That was, I don't know how he managed to pull that off. He got to my doll. I told him don't go there, but he did it anyways. Because he never listens to me. And one thing I didn't understand is the prisoner didn't go to save. Instead, the first officer had to. Even though the first officer just got hit. Which in most cases, that wouldn't work, but she wasn't camping. I don't understand why the geisha didn't camp. But she decided not to, so we got a free rescue after half. Unfortunately, yeah. But it was still a rescue. And the seer is gonna get down right here. I actually killed the seer in this one by accident. I didn't want my doll to die, but yeah. See, I accidentally killed the seer. Sorry. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. It's not the greatest example of what to do. But I don't want to lie to you guys and tell you guys I'm perfect. Yep, just a code. And the prisoner, that was my cue to get out. Like, my doll didn't matter anymore because the prisoner had already put his relation, the transmission thing on it. So they were connected. So the prisoner could do another cipher. Well, yeah, see? And I wasn't worried about the transmission breaking because she automatically just went to the seer. Why did I pause for so long? Sorry. The seer does a really good job kiting. spoke too soon, sorry. But the cipher machine is primed. It's just they have to do a quick rescue. First officer's going in. He's gonna do what he does best, not kiting, saving. It's so funny when he emotes. And I do it until first officer comes because he doesn't have a debuff and I do. Now the geisha comes over to us and she kills the first officer. Spoiler alert. Look at that amazing perfume. She does try to come for me, but she decides that she'd rather just kill the first officer. That's smart. It is smart. Now we just chill. Everyone's headed to the other door. Blah 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 blah. First officer gets chaired. Seer opens the door. Wanted order can see me. She doesn't have her teleport. Get out. Yay. Here we are in Red Church for the 50 millionth time. I pinged where the dungeon was because I spawned next to it. I put my doll down. I camped the window because I don't want to kite first. But Merc gets found first anyways. And we're calm. I get scared. I don't know where she is. Merc gets terror shocked. This was probably the funniest voice call ever in the world. He was making up a million excuses. Oh, it was a slow vault. Oh, it was a slow vault. Good times, good times. She actually loses him for a bit, and he was so happy. He's like, dude, she lost me. And then, wow, look at that. She didn't lose him. I actually took the cipher from Roland. My bad, Roland. I'm also starting to realize that when I made this video, I randomly picked games. I really didn't check them, and this is probably the worst example of me kiting, and it's literally me decoding most of the time. But I'm secondary saver. Mechanic is secondary saver after mercenary. Mechanic should carry Tide if there is no other first officer or grave digger on the team. Unless someone, like a priestess, I don't know, randomly wants to bring Tide, then don't bring Tide, but mechanics will always bring Tide. Unless there's two savers already. And here he is, kiting. Wonderful, beautiful, nice. And I'm just decoding, so that's why I'm on him again. But what I did is I moved my body cipher to graveyard, so I didn't have to move. Because when I checked my doll, the middle cipher was already about to be done, or was close to being done. So I, instead of just forgetting all about the shack cipher I was doing, I instead moved my doll cipher to the shack. So I didn't have to spend more time going to a different cipher and starting in at 0. Now, my body cipher, my decoding is super slow. And I'm trying my best to decode with what I have. But it gets even slower after they save. Later on I ping Perfumer to go help me. she decided that she would rather body block, which is a smarter idea. And therefore, I worked mainly on the body cipher. I mean, doll cipher, sorry, because it decodes faster. Yeah, here's them saving. Decoding. Cipher should be about primed. Yeah. And you never want to pop the cipher when the person who's saving gets hit. You always want to wait for the word from the person who's kiting, who was on chair. In this instance, he didn't ping because we were in a call, so he just told me pop it. And I was like, okay, cool. And also, pallet stuns. If the survivor who's being chased pallet stuns, then you pop it. Because it's basically like getting hit. And then Roland gives him an owl. Goated. And he gets lucky and the hatch is actually there. We're opening the door, blah blah blah. We get out. Miasma manages to get hatch. Oh, but it ends. Nice.